Hello, this is a quick uh, video, and I want to talk about recently after the Debian update. By the way, we are on Debian system. After the Debian update, more and more uh, distros are either working on their new uh, system, or they released, you know, their new system. So uh, so I thought to myself, I want to talk briefly about my experience testing the new system and maybe why you should wait. Because if you are on the uh, you have a distro that is stable and it's is still good, maybe you should wait, because sometimes, for example, I had kind of a little bit of problems with the new Linux Mint, the Linux Mint Debian edition. I tried to install it and it was buggy, so I should have probably waited. The Zorin was okay. Well, but the Zorin was not. But the Zorin 18 was okay. They released that and they actually did a good job. It wasn't glitchy, because in the end of Zorin 17, it was it didn't break, but it was. I think, probably they are two developers. I hope they have more in their team because it's a small company. So they kind of like let it by the wayside. Similar to Pop OS. Pop OS, I assume they are working on the new Pop OS, and it's you know uh, Ubuntu uh, will be releasing on the 25th of April. I think April next year. The new long LTS version. I had wonderful time. The LMX Linux, the new release was very good. It allowed the problems that it had in the previous version, when it sleep, it was hard to wake it up. That problem is gone. They added a few things to the conky, and also they allow you to set up ZRAM in the installation process, which is very, very good, instead of you go and configure it for the ZRAM. And if you don't know what ZRAM is taking part of your RAM and use it as a storage to compress files into it, which will still be faster than a swap file. So they had that, and they actually no complaint on MX Linux. Linux Mint, I will wait. It worked. I'm not saying it broke, but it kind of, there was few things that the update won't work and all this, similar to Zorin 17 in the end of its life, where it was like that. So like I tried to do an update and took forever, and it wasn't able to update because it wasn't able to connect to a mirror, and I searched for the closest mirror to where I live. So I assume because they just released the Mint, the Debian edition, they still have bugs to fix. So I will wait, and it's a good idea to wait. I know, if you, especially on your social media, if you watch, you will maybe get pressured to change, or if you might worry that like your distro will be out of date, but your distro won't be out of date. For example, my Ubuntu, I still on LTS, no problem, But Linux Mint did it right, Zorin did it right, so But I will wait. Like if you, especially if you only have one machine, one computer, and you use it, not like use it for, like if you are in school or if you work from home or you use that machine and you need it stable, wait few months. That's it. You're not waiting a lifetime before you update. Let them fix all the glitches because that could cost you and that could give you a very bad experience. I know, like I had the last thing I looked at was Pop OS and on an AMD laptop. It just they dropped the ball and I assume what it is, you know, from somebody who work in companies. I assume they focused on the new release and they just, you know, whatever fixes or whatever what, you know, they are not like focused on and batching the old version. I mean, I'm not saying this is just an assumption. And that's it. That is what I want to talk about and have a good day.